Hello students. So today I am going to discuss about a new topic, that is drug used in the treatment of peptic ulcer. It is one of the high yielding topic. So let us discuss what do we mean by peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer means there is a ulcer formation or sore formation in your stomach, esophagus or intestinal tract. Okay, so this can be occur basically due to several factors like drugs like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, bacteria like H. pylori, or maybe due to continuous alcohol consumption, smoking, and these are the basic factors to induce the ulcer. So ulcer means there is a formation of sores. So this ulcer can also occur due to excess acid production. So let us discuss or let us briefly summarize about how this acid production takes place. So normal physiology of acid production, if we will discuss, whenever we eat or we smell any food, there is a activation of your vagus nerve, and vagus nerve is responsible for the release activation of parasympathetic nervous system. By the activation of parasympathetic nervous system, acetylcholine release, and this acetylcholine can activate the gastrins, G cells, and G cell release gastrin, and this gastrin activates sodium potassium ATPase. So other than the acetylcholine, our histamine can also stimulate the G cell to release gastrin. Okay, so these are the basic things or basic factors other than the histamine and acetylcholine. So other things that can aggravate the or that can facilitate or induces the acid release is cholecystokinin 1, CCK1. So this can also stimulate the gastric cells to G cells to release gastrins. So gastrin is the one of the prime factor to activate sodium potassium ATPase. Sodium potassium ATPase is a pump which which is basically responsible for the acid secretion. So as I told you that in a peptic ulcer there is a increase in hyperacid, or we can simple define it as a hyperacidic condition. So to treat this condition, we have a several strategy. First is we have to reduce or we have to stop the acid secretion. Second one is we have to neutralize the excess produced acid. Third one is we can protect the ulcer that form in your GIT tract. Fourth one is anti-H. pylori drugs. So in case of drugs that prevent or that stop the acid production are proton pump inhibitors, where the drugs are pantoprazole, lansoprazole, omeprazole, esomeprazole, rabeprazole class of the drugs are comes. In case of as I told you, acetylcholine responsible for the hydrochloric acid or HCl synthesis, so we can block the acetylcholine receptor as well. So especially M1 receptor of the acetylcholine is responsible for the acid secretion. So M1 antagonist like pyrangiepine and telangiepine we can give. Another important fact I forgot to mention you in the physiology, that prostaglandin. So prostaglandin is the one of the factor that present in your mucosal lining of the stomach. So prostaglandin responsible for the production of a protective mucous line around your stomach, which will protect from a concentrated hydrochloric acid. So we can increase the prostaglandin level to protect that mucosal level. So PGE1 analog like misoprostol can given for the treatment of peptic ulcer. So misoprostol, if we will talk about misoprostol is a drug that basically considered as a drug of choice in drug induced peptic ulcer. Drug induced peptic ulcer means specially the NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs are responsible for the causing ulcer. So in that case we can give misoprostol as the drug of choice. So in case of ulcer we can give pyrangiepine, telangiepine, which is M1 antagonist, which prevent the acetylcholine secretion. So let us discuss about proton pump inhibitor. So proton pump inhibitors are a class of prodrug. Their active metabolite is sulfanilamide. These are the drug basically causes irreversible inhibition of this proton pump, sodium potassium ATPase, and this inhibits the both basal as well as this class of the drug basically inhibit two type of acid secretion, that is basal acid output, and another one is meal stimulated acid output. Okay, so this class of the drugs have several side effects, especially associated with the omeprazole. If we will continuously take omeprazole for a prolonged period of time, there will be a deficiency of vitamin B12, okay, and that leads to pernicious anemia. Other than the vitamin B12 deficiency, it also reduces the calcium absorption, that leads to osteoporosis, and pneumonia condition can also occur. So these class of the drug basically taken 1 hour before the meal to obtain a maximum therapeutic effect, as it is bioavailability is change with food. Okay, this class of the drug basically called as hit and run drug. What do you mean by hit and run drug? If the drug effect is persist after the drug elimination, that is called as hit and run drug. So in case of proton pump inhibitor, the efficacy is still lasts till after the 24 hours of the drug. Okay, so now let us discuss about new class of the drug, that is antacid. So, and what do you mean by antacid? Antacids are the drugs which doesn't prevent the acid secretion, rather it neutralize that acid produced in your stomach. Okay, so and this class of drug like antacids are responsible for the relief from the ulcer pain. Okay, so the basic and the important property associated with these drugs are, these are the drug basically act in the acidic pH, that is less than pH 4. Okay, if the pH of the less than pH 4. Okay, so in this class we have two class of antacids are there, that is one is systemic antacid, another one is local antacids. Systemic antacids are the class of the drug that basically absorbs to your systemic circulation, like sodium bicarbonate. So sodium bicarbonate is the fastest acting antacids in this class. This is basically act by preventing the ulcer pain associated with this peptic ulcer. Is it the major side effect that associated with this sodium bicarbonate is due to the presence of excess sodium, it can aggravate edema and congestive heart failure like condition. It can causes rebound hyperacidity. It can also causes excess carbon dioxide production that leads to bloating and all type of condition. So in case of local antacid, these class of the drug does not absorb to your systemic circulation, rather it present in your GIT lining and helps to neutralize locally. So drugs comes under this class is aluminum hydroxide, magnesium trisilicate. Okay, this class of the drugs comes in this category. Okay, so but there is a important question every time asked in a question, what is about its side effect. So you can remember by सिंपल निमोनिक ACMD, MD के अब मैंने ऐसे याद रखा था, लाइक MD के रूम में AC लगाना है. AC aluminum salts are responsible for causing constipation. MD magnesium salts are responsible for the causing diarrhea. So these are the basic side effects that every time you will get a question on the topic. Okay, so I have discussed about antacid class of the drugs. I have discussed about acid preventing agent. Let us discuss about this ulcer protective agents. So ulcer protective agents are the class of the drugs that basically forms a protective layer over your ulcer. So in this class basically two drugs are available, that is sucralfate and colloidal bismuth sulfate. So sucralfate is a polymer of sulfated sucrose which basically act below the pH 4, and below the pH 4 it polymerizes and forms a net like structure, and that net like structure will form over the ulcer. Okay, as I told you that this is a net like structure. This net like structure will protect your ulcer. Okay, this basically given combination with several antibiotics. Okay, so next drug is colloidal bismuth sulfate. So colloidal bismuth sulfate is also another ulcer protective agent. This colloidal bismuth sulfate basically given in case of metronidazole and clarithromycin resistance cases, so which I will discuss in anti-H. pylori class of the drug. So let us discuss about anti-H. pylori drugs. As I told you that H. pylori is a gram negative bacteria which is responsible, one of the aggravative factor for causing peptic ulcer. Okay, so this is basically lined to your mucous membrane or lined to the mucous membrane and produce ammonia. Okay, this ammonia will help to survive in that, as I know that ammonia is a basic compound, and this ammonia or basic compound forms a protective environment around the H. pylori bacteria, which helps to grow over there. Okay, so you can remember the drug that used in case of anti H. pylori class of the drug by simple mnemonic: man can teach other. M for metronidazole, A, then C for clarithromycin and colloidal bismuth solution sulfate, then A for amoxicillin, a man can, then T for tetracycline, teach other, O for omeprazole or lansoprazole. So basically the combination that given for the treatment of this H. pylori infection is metronidazole, clarithromycin plus omeprazole. Sometimes there is a resistance occur to the metronidazole class of drug. So in that cases we can give colloidal bismuth sulfate as a protective agent. So that's all for ulcerative peptic ulcer. Thank you.